me and the band. You know, as far as musically, it was the punk movement that was going on. They were, it was, it wasn't at its peak, but it was more or less, you know, little dying as it is, you know. So we would like listen to a lot of punk at that time, and then I would like get excited when I would listen to punk music, you know, and the music would like make me like play a little faster. And then sometimes they would come up with a riff that would be at a certain speed. I would double that riff and make it more of a faster, you know, type song, you know. So the music that I was listening to at the time inspired Slayer a lot.
I guess what inspired me most about writing this kind of music was the people that inspired me the least, like the Poisons from Southern California, the other kind of bands were popping out around then. All the glam thing was huge, and I wanted to be as far away from that as possible. You know, I thought if those guys are selling records being women, we should be able to do something good being men. You know?
No, and I took the opportunity, you know, to take a pen. I had been writing some stuff. I had, you know, a notebook full of little ideas and stuff that I'd written, and just things that I'd worked with, and decided to do it. And what do you guys think? Like, cool. So we went into the studio, and at the time when we were in the studio at the time, Kerry was going through a certain point in his life where it drew him away from the studio, so it gave me and Jeff an opportunity to make all the decisions, and that's, you know, that's basically something that me and Jeff had worked out. And you know, I kind of liked working at the idea of like singing a certain song.
You've got your violence, you've got your bloodshed, you've got your rape, your court cases, your murder. That's on public television now, and it never was when I was growing up. So obviously, society is escalating in a violent manner. And I think Tom takes that aspect in his writing, and I just go on to the horror fantasy stuff because that's what I've always been into.
Yeah, I'm more the one that sort of kind of put the two and two together, you know, because the imagery that they had with Show No Mercy when they first wrote Show No Mercy, I was like, I thought it was cool, you know. I was like, wow, these are great songs. I was like, yeah, you know, Hell Awaits was just as good, you know, and Chemical Warfare, and I was like, oh my God, they just got better and better, you know. And then, you know, and at that time, that's when I started writing. I figured, well, shit, I'm gonna try it, you know. So I just started like jotting little notes and stuff, and then started writing things of my own, and things that I thought were really neat. And then when the opportunity came, I just sort of, and it went, you know, it goes well with the band because of what we represent. To me, I think there's a lot more, you know, to music. And even though I say things in a very ugly and negative way, it's hopefully, I'm hoping to reverse it and to bring up, to like try to like show that there's a little flickering candle way at the end of the tunnel, you know, and hopefully somebody else will see that. And the idea is to get to that fucking light, get to the candle. You know, I'm just telling you, you know, my views and what I see, you know. And if you want to reach for that light, dude, more power to you. Do it, because that's the only way to, you know, the only way to go.